Yo,
Fashionably late.
shit. A few last minute hiccups just there.
Fashion always, it's good to be late sometimes.
Yeah, fashionably late. Did you already say that?
Yeah.
Welcome to Two Bees on a Pod, episode 7.
Look at us again.
7. How are you?
Doing great. A little tired. How about you?
I'm same. There's something going on here, man. I'm
okay
exhausted.
It's okay.
The last few days, I don't know what it is. Just during the day, like I'm struggling to stay awake. I used to get that when the little one was first born, like after the first few weeks because of the lack of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be sitting on the sofa and just like it's almost impossible to stay awake. Like you're just sitting there and then you drift off.
Yeah.
And then you get that wake up, like the jolt of shit. Like, was I asleep then? And then I'm looking around.
Are you doing a lot more this week? Is that why you're tired? Or
I've done probably less. I think I'm doing less.
Hello, Sam.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, same with I've done a lot this week, but I shouldn't be tired today because I didn't do a lot yesterday or today so far. So, I mean, some days are like that, I guess.
Do you think it's like maybe a fatigue because you've done more like then and you've become sensitized a little?
Possibly. I mean, it could be, but at the same time, like it's gloomy out. Like over here, it's 3:00 in the afternoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if it was maybe like sunny and like you kind of be more upbeat, but it's really gloomy out. It's gonna storm soon, and it's a Sunday where it's just kind of relaxation, and maybe that's adding to it. But
yeah, the weather's been terrible here today. We had thunder earlier, thunder and lightning.
Oh yeah, we get that. It's all the time over here, man.
It's not been good. So let's.
This might be our most like popular.
I think it will be. Yeah, episode. It will be. We're going to talk all about symptoms of anxiety, basically. But first, what's been happening this week? I mean, we pretty much both just said. I ain't really done a fat lot, to be honest.
Well, let's tell the people you were witness to this.
Yes.
So, like I've told you guys before that I want to do we're not going to do like a full podcast or an episode on this, but there'll be times where I will be driving, doing exposure therapy and going to shops, stores, whatever. So what I did was I surprised Billy. Well, this week when I forget what day it was. Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
I don't know. It might have been Friday.
So I surprised Billy and I called him while I was doing my driving exposure. And it was like 11 o'clock his time, but I was like, "Hey, wake up!
Yeah.
Let's test this out real quick."
Unusually,
yeah. So we just did a little test and talked, and I want it to where you guys can see good quality of me driving, and maybe where I can like turn the camera as well. And it doesn't, like, you can see me okay, but when I turn the camera, it's like
it's mostly dashboard.
Yeah. So I looked I looked for some more, and that like you can hang from your rear view mirror.
Mm-hmm.
So basically it'll show you or show me, and I can turn it around, go left, right. But they don't have like good ratings for it. So
wouldn't it swing as well?
Well, some of them like it like locks, so it'll lock in, and it's like a little pole that comes down. Like there's different there's different kind of models. But I just want one that shows good quality, that shows front, back, So we'll see how it goes. But if I have to use the crappy one just to see me, we'll use that. But
we'll give it a go, man, at some point.
Yeah. So I did that, and I actually pushed myself a little further, actually a lot further, when I did that with you when we were talking. I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to go on a street," and then I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to go even another street," and "Hey, I'm going to hit this light." So I did that, and just more working out. Been on that stupid diet to lose weight, but it's been working. Everything's been working.
Good. It's positive.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel better mentally and physically.
That's good. I think the only thing that I've done this week was we went to town. I think it was yesterday. Yes. What day is it? Yeah, it was yesterday, Saturday. Like, it's usually busy in town on a Saturday market day. But we just decided to go for a walk, and then we ended up actually walking down through the middle of town, through the market and that, which I didn't feel great about because I haven't been feeling great this week. I don't know why. Just like tired, and obviously then you start questioning, what if this is something more serious?
Yeah.
You know
Did
the
those
fucking
did
routine.
those thoughts come out while you were at the market?
Yeah. I'm like, as we're walking down the thing, I'm constantly having. It's like just one long high street. Like, there's no escape off it.
Mm.
Once you're like halfway down the high street, that's it. It's not. It's pedestrianized, so no cars can go up and down. So it was like
So, like,
you
on
got.
each side, there's people selling stuff?
Yeah, well, there's shops down each side, and then there's a
Oh,
market
okay,
down the
okay.
middle. And yeah, we were just walking down there, and it's busy, and I'm just constantly thinking like, it's ridiculous, but I'm constantly thinking, if I have to run, which way am I gonna fucking run? Like,
Mm.
even after all this time and knowing, I know that I can
Mhm.
do it. I've always walked down there,
Yeah,
but I still have those same like, which direction is going to be the quickest if I
yeah.
have to bolt.
No, I totally understand. Like, even when I was at my best, I would still, you know
Yeah.
I mean,
Can't stop those questions.
you could probably go tomorrow again, and you might not have those thoughts at
Yeah,
that
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Some days are different.
But it's interesting. I've got a meeting next Wednesday in town with
Mm.
a potential new customer, like a web design client.
Mhm.
And I think we spoke to each other Friday, and then he emailed me and said, "Oh, how about coming Tuesday to see me?" And I can't do Tuesdays because Magda's at work on a Tuesday. And then I was just thinking, like, maybe we could arrange to do this via Zoom instead. Like, I
Mm.
didn't say that to him, but then he phoned me and he was like, "Oh, just come Wednesday." Then I was like, "Yeah, all right."
But
So,
in your
like,
head, you were, like, hoping to do the Zoom, right?
yeah. I'd much rather. Can we just not? You know,
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
need to see you.
Yeah.
But I've agreed to go and do that. So that's my Wednesday morning.
And how far
It'll
away
be
is this?
interesting. It's not far. It's only 5 minutes away.
Oh, that's not
It's
bad.
just that it's the thought of going into an office, and then, like, we've spoke about this
Oh,
in the
yeah, yeah.
past when I had to go and do that. Like, it's making the excuses. Oh, my phone's ringing. Just give me a minute.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I'm
mean,
I'm already thinking.
have you ever ran out of a thing before?
No, I've never run out of the places, but I've made excuses to get out.
Gotcha.
But it would usually be like, I'd make an excuse to get out, and then I'd go outside for a few minutes just to level it off, and then I could go back in. Like, I don't think I've ever bailed from anywhere and then not. Although I tell a lie, I did. I quit a job once. I quit a job. I was making a burger. I was doing
Mm.
a microwave burger for my lunch in the little kitchen at this
Mhm.
unit that I used to work. And the microwave dinged. It was ready, and then I just got in my car and went home and never went back. I got the sack.
Now, and you left because of an anxiety?
Yeah, because it was just over every day. Like, I would go to work, and it'd just be from 9 to 5 every day, thinking how I'm feeling. Like, I was on my feet all day, and when you're fatigued already from anxiety, it was just.
So
And then
somebody
I'd.
got a free burger when they opened up that microwave.
Yeah.
They were like,
Yeah.
"My prayers have
Cheeseburger.
been answered."
Yes. But I'd get up in the morning, I'd go to work, and then I'd go home from work, and then I'd just be thinking about, shit, I've got to get up again tomorrow and go do it again.
Yeah,
So I
I
wouldn't
totally
get to
understand.
sleep. It'd just be the cycle, man.
That's how it was for me when I first got mine, and I had to go back to, like, high school, so I stopped high school
Uh-huh.
because of my panic attacks. Only 3 weeks left, and I stopped.
Oh, really?
I couldn't do the 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then I went back the next year, and it was horrible, and I only had to go for, like, 3 hours, but it was still like, and like with school, you can't just get up and leave the
Yeah,
class.
yeah, yeah.
You have to ask, can I go to the restroom or whatever? And it was just horrible. And I actually had to quit that and go like do online schooling.
Really?
Yeah. Like I have so
Wow.
many, like I wish, man, like I said, I wish I could go back and just do everything normal, man.
I'm so glad that my issues didn't start while I was at school, man, because I feel like people that, like young teenagers that have the shit that I've been through and that you're going through, to have that at school would have been
Yeah.
horrendous, man.
Yeah. Exactly.
Real bad.
Hi, Shane.
But
Sorry about that. Shane lived in
yeah,
Tamworth.
yeah, man.
Hi, Johnny Q.
At least when you're an adult and you can stop work and you can just manage, but when you're at school and the pressure of peer
Yeah.
pressure from other students and friends and your parents and
That was a big issue why I didn't go to college.
yeah,
Because I'm like, if I can't do this, if I can't leave my house and go, if I'm having problems leaving my house, and if I'm having problem leaving my house going 10 minutes to school,
yeah,
how
yeah.
am I gonna go to college? Like, am I gonna waste all this money?
Mhm, mhm.
So there's so much. I mean, I don't want to sound doom and gloom, but there's just so much like that this shit has taken from me, but I've let it taken it. I've let it
Yeah, yeah,
take it from me
yeah.
as well.
How are you doing today?
We're both a little tired, but we're here.
We're knackered.
We're here to talk about
My
symptoms.
eyes are barely open. Yeah, we're going to talk about symptoms, man. I thought, and me and B discussed, and it's like the reassurance seeking thing. It's a problem. I feel like I know that myself. Like that's something that I used to do all the time. I'd go to different forums or read different books and try and get the same answer because it was always the same answer usually.
Yeah.
And then you go to the doctor and get the same answer. So I figured we'd run through a list of. In fact, I did a poll. I think I do this on every podcast I've ever done. I did a poll back in 2016. It was 8 years ago. That's right,
Damn.
isn't it? Yeah.
Damn.
And 5,000, even though I'm holding up four fingers,
5,000.
5,000 people voted in the poll thing, and it was to try and discover what the most common symptoms of anxiety were for these 5,000 people. It doesn't mean if your symptom isn't in the list, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist or that
Yeah.
you should go and seek help instantly.
Yes.
It just means that it wasn't one of the top 10 most common in the list. And the top symptom, I feel like I'm doing like a chart here. In at one.
In
No,
and one.
the most common
Should we start
symptom.
at 10 first? Should we start at 10?
Do you want to?
Yeah, let's start
Okay.
low and then we'll go to high ones.
So the 10th most common was nausea.
Which is, yeah, I've gotten that a lot.
Yeah. I think like people should like check them off as we go, and they can like make a note.
Yeah.
Number 9, digestive issues. I guess it's kind of nausea related, but it's like indigestion, diarrhea, stomach aches.
Diarrhea. Gotta love it.
Nice. Number 8, trembling or shaking.
Had that as
That's
well.
another I mean, that's usually associated with panic for me. Like I
Mhm.
would shake after that. Number 7, headaches. I'm reading these, by the way. I haven't remembered them.
Now,
Headaches and migraines.
headaches. Mine have caused it from tension. I carry my tension right here.
I think it might have been tension headaches. I
Yeah,
think
I
I may have
carry mine
missed a
right
word
here.
off there. Yeah. 6, dizziness or lightheadedness. That's why we're here.
Mhm.
Number 5, jelly legs or weak legs. Evening, Ben.
Hello,
I see
Ben.
you there. I hope you're feeling better. We'll talk about Ben in a bit. Muscle tension. Oh, so headaches wasn't muscle tension. Muscle tension. Shortness of breath. Number 3. Feeling like you can't catch your breath.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Increased heart rate. Number 2.
Oh,
Which
that's number 2. I always thought that'd be number 1.
I would have thought that would have been number 1. But number 1 was fatigue, which is how we feel today. So
See, I would never have thought, like, if you would have said, "Hey, what are the top 5?" Fatigue wouldn't have been in my top 5.
Yeah, I remember being quite surprised. Like, this is 8 years ago, but yeah, fatigue was number one.
Because when you think of, like, for me, when I think of, like, the symptoms, I'm
Mhm.
thinking of stuff that, like, is super uncomfortable, and fatigue is not uncomfortable to me, like, out of all these other ones.
Yeah. But I think, like, if you're having an increased heart rate or your dizziness stuff, and like you've been out this week and you feel fatigued now,
Yeah.
like, I think because of those other symptoms or whatever it is you're doing, you feel fatigue. So that's probably why it's the most common, because it
How
doesn't
about
matter what your other symptoms are, you're probably fatigued after it.
how about this? Anybody that's watching right now live, or people that are watching the video, in the future, or put down or comment your top 3 symptoms that, like, you get or that you really
Yeah.
focus on or that bother you. So, that
Mhm.
I wanna see if things are different maybe because this, like I said, there can be whole new symptoms that we didn't even say that some people get.
Well, I can give you some less common physical
Earaches or something.
symptoms.
Yeah, go ahead. Hi,
You want
Ava.
'em? I'm reading this again, so you'll have to excuse me.
So these are the
Insomnia.
less common.
Insomnia.
I have that.
Yeah. Sweating.
I have that.
Josh has that. Chest pain.
Not really bad, but I get it. I used to get it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Tingling or numbness.
I get that during really bad panic attacks. Like those are at my 10 out of 10s. I get that.
Yeah. We'll come to because people are putting their 3 in, so keep doing that. We'll come to
Yes.
them after I've gone through this list. Dry mouth.
Get that a lot.
Hot flashes or chills.
Get that a lot, especially the hot flashes.
Frequent urination.
You know what? That's I think where it comes. Scare the shit out of you, scare the piss out of you. Like
Yeah.
I mean, it happens in the wild too if you think about it.
Tinnitus.
Tinnitus. I don't have that, but I don't know if it's the house or something going on, but at night I
Yeah.
hear it sounds like there's like construction or something being done far away. I'm serious.
There may
I've
be.
asked.
There may be.
Yeah,
Feeling of a lump in the throat.
yeah, I get that.
That's common. Yeah. Jaw pain or tension. It's another one. Teeth grinding, clenching. I do that. Blurred vision. Ear pressure. Cold hands or feet. Blushing. That's pretty common. Sensitive skin or
Mm,
skin
mm.
sensitivity. Back pain. Loss of appetite.
So basically everything.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a couple more. Yawning frequently.
Yeah, I get that sometimes.
Burping or gas.
See, I get it to
Yeah.
where I can't burp.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where I feel the need to.
Restlessness
No,
and twitching.
yeah.
That's the
Definitely.
less common anxiety symptoms, but there's going to be more.
Yeah, all those less common ones I still get.
Yeah. That was just the physical stuff. I have got a bunch of mental ones, but
Oh yeah.
let's just take a look at what people are saying. Ava, being alone, dizziness, nausea. Yes.
So by being alone, do you mean you feel alone when you're having anxiety, or when you're alone is when it
The
hits?
monophobia thing, I think,
Yeah.
maybe. I remember last week we talked about it.
Yeah, I'm surprised DPDR wasn't big on that, like, feeling
It's in the mental ones.
okay. Breathing difficulties, chest tightness, and feeling spaced out. Yeah, Shane,
Yeah.
like, the spaced out, I think, is the DPDR, like,
Yeah.
you do feel spaced out. Intrusive thoughts, DP jelly legs.
And jelly legs. That's a recent one for Ben, though. The jelly legs.
I've had that a couple times, but only during really bad panic, like really, I
Yeah.
don't want to say bad, but extreme panic. Yes, being left alone. Okay, Ava.
So I'm going to quickly just run through these.
Yeah.
The most common mental symptoms: excessive worrying, restlessness, difficulty concentrating, irritability, fear of losing control, feeling overwhelmed, negative thinking, racing thoughts, intrusive thoughts, and catastrophizing.
And I think we can check all of us
Yeah,
can
yeah,
probably check
without a doubt.
those off.
And
Yeah.
then the less common is the depersonalization, derealization,
That's surprising.
hypervigilance. Yeah, yeah. Memory problems, fear of dying, social withdrawal, obsessive thoughts, perfectionism, feeling of impending doom,
How are these less
emotional numbness. Hey,
I said, how are these less common? Like
I don't know.
impending doom and fear of dying are really high.
Indecisiveness, fear of embarrassment, overthinking, feeling inadequate, sense of helplessness, flashbacks, mood swings, guilt, fear of rejection, isolation, rumination, and fear of failure.
I mean, how great is this disorder slash thing that
It's
we have?
pretty
Like,
good, isn't it?
I mean,
There's three more.
seriously, like basically we have, if anything you can think of that's bad, we get it.
Mhm.
It's like, geez, can we get a break?
And like over time, I've pretty much experienced all of those.
All of them. All of
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's
All of them.
crazy to think. It's crazy to think that like the way that you think is what's creating those physical, like especially the physical
It
stuff.
is.
That's what I always used to struggle with getting my head round. Like, is it because I feel anxious about leaving the house or whatever? How can it make me feel physically the way that it used to make me feel, and still does occasionally?
Well, didn't they say like if your brain is so powerful that if you like literally think that you're sick, you can become
Yeah,
sick.
yeah, yeah. You can think yourself sick.
So I think that's kind of like if
Mhm.
you conjure up these thoughts in your head, it's kind of like what came first, the chicken or the egg. Some people think it's symptoms that cause the thoughts, and some
Yeah,
people
yeah.
think
That's
it's
I
thoughts
always
that
used to
cause,
struggle with that. Like, I'd
you know.
question that because I used to think that it was the way that I felt that made me feel anxious. But
I think if for me, I would say that the symptoms are way more uh the symptoms are way more powerful than the thoughts to me, that they bother me the
mhm.
most because
Yeah, yeah.
you can feel them. You can't feel a thought, right?
Mhm.
Because I'm sure that we've all had like even weird thoughts of that even before panic or anxiety has hit us. Like even when we were younger, we've had weird thoughts that were like, why did I think that?
Like obtrusive thoughts.
It could be anything, whether it's sexual, whether it's like killing someone or beating
Mhm.
someone up or robbing somebody or just like the weird
I
thing.
thought I do get one in particular.
Which one?
Should I share it?
Go ahead,
When
if
I'm
you
on the
want.
motorway. When I'm on the motorway, I was getting it when I was driving back from Stansted Airport, like last week.
Mhm.
And I'm driving down the motorway within the speed limit, of
Sure.
course. But I just have it in my head, like, what? I wonder what it'd be like if I just fucking whip the wheel around
You know
me.
what? And I've heard that a lot. Like I've heard
Yeah, yeah.
people have that
Mm.
to where if I just
See what happens, man.
yeah. And
I'm
do
not
you
gonna
do you
do it.
do you call I know, but do you in your head at that time are you like, "Oh my god, I'm so weird. Why am I thinking this?"
I do question, like, what? Why would I be thinking that?
Yeah.
But I get that a lot whenever I'm
I think
driving on a. It's probably because I'm bored out of my mind. Like the motorways over here.
I think it's normal. I think
Yeah,
people
yeah,
that don't have anxiety problems or don't have, I think they have thoughts like this as well too. I think people have intrusive thoughts like they're holding a knife cutting a carrot
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they're you like getting in a fight with their a significant other. They're thinking I can really just, you know,
Mhm, mhm.
and then I think that's normal. Shane said I used to feel like I was going to float in rooms with large ceilings when I was younger. So basically, you were Charlie and the Chocolate Factorying it, right?
Oh
Like,
man, it sounds. It's comical, isn't it? It's
yeah,
fucking comical. The things that we come out with.
yeah, yeah. It really, it my like a big one for me was I wouldn't be able to make it back home or to my car or my safe spot.
Mhm.
My breath, I wouldn't have enough breath to make it. But it's like when I get there that my breath would magically refill like a video game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm way too far, man. I don't have my oxygen tank with me or something. It's just
Like
weird.
the Sonic the Hedgehog when you used to be underwater and you could hear that music.
Yeah. That's how I used to think that, like, man, okay, so the person can hold their breath the longest in the world is like 7 minutes. So that means I can do mine for probably 30 seconds. So yeah.
Me probably less because of the vaping. I'm fucked, man.
Remember, I used to vape and smoke too. Hi, Annette. Annette says intrusive thoughts would cause my physical symptoms through fear. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I think it can be both. Thoughts cause the symptoms, and I also think symptoms can cause the thoughts because you can be just walking and not thinking of anything. You can be thinking of bubble gum. Let's just say, I'm going to get some bubble gum, and all of a sudden you get that skip beat in your heart, and that sets you off, right? And then there's other times where you can be thinking of your heart, and that's what causes you to get hot. And that
I
starts
agree because like people that don't have anxiety issues, they get a palpitation now and again. So sometimes those symptoms do just happen.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Like some people get dizzy if they stand up too quick, but it doesn't mean they add fear to it. That's our problem.
Yeah. See, Sam, I've never had that before, but I know people that do that lose the ability to speak, studying and mix up words. You know what? When I'm having like really, really bad panic, like my mind will be kind of racing. So I get silent. For me, I get silent. And when I do talk, I'm just kind of like very short, very yes, no's, okay.
Yeah.
Like
Because you don't want to talk to anybody. You just want to concentrate on
I'm
painful.
focusing on my stupid thoughts that are going in my head. Sometimes like the Charlie Brown, that's all you hear is like wah 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 in the background when someone's talking to you, and you're just like,
and then do you get snappy? Like I sometimes
I get so irritable and so I'm on edge, and I've apologized to family members and friends that have been with me. I'm like, listen, right now, like I'm so sorry,
but shut the fuck.
Almost.
Yeah.
And then like afterwards, when it's all passed, I'm like, hey, I'm sorry that I kind of, and the thing is, it's all normal because if you think about it, like back in middle school, I remember I would get like that if I was nervous about something or if like I was pissed off about something. You're like, leave me alone. Nobody talk to me, right? And you, like walk away, and it didn't phase you, Or if you got like called to the principal's office or whatever, how your heart starts racing, you get sweaty and hot, and then you're like, oh my gosh, am I gonna get in trouble? Am I this? It's all like just it's normal, but we just make it this whole big thing, and that's what makes it.
It's being scared. It's being scared of those sensations.
Yeah. Well, because they're uncomfortable. You don't want them. Like
it's weird though that we've developed a fear for those sensations when we would have experienced them before that first ever panic attack. Like for me and you, our issues started with a panic attack.
I just think go ahead. No.
I was since we had our first panic attacks, like now we've become scared of like racing heart and feeling dizzy, and do you know what I mean? It's strange because those things might not have necessarily happened during the panic attack.
I always say like there was always a cause to my effect, meaning there was always a reason for me to be anxious, whether I was like somewhere where I wasn't supposed to be, and I always had to kind of like, or hanging out with the wrong people or doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing. Like I was young and dumb, a teen, and I used to like steal and hang out with the wrong crew, smoke marijuana, smoke weed, do all that stuff. But what I'm saying is like that was normal anxiety to where you're like, is that cop looking at me because he knows I'm high or something? Just stupid, But now, like it didn't bother me back then, but now if I get any of those thoughts, you like ruminate on it and just focus on it 100%. Ben put intrusive thoughts are usually ego dystonic.
I
Did
don't
I
know
say
what
that
that
right?
means.
I don't know what
Yeah,
that.
but I don't know what it
I am
means.
very stupid. So Ben, so they're against everything you stand for. Oh, I got what you're saying. So he's thinking violent thoughts. Look, it doesn't mean that you're weird or that you're violent. When like there's people that literally, and I'm not trying to be like weird, okay? But there's people that have like sexual thoughts, that have anxiety about family members, whether it's close or not close, animals.
Mhm.
I'm just being real with you guys. And they're like, why am I thinking this? You know, because this is not me. And these are just, and again, these are just thoughts. So it's 100% completely normal to have a thought or a dream of killing someone,
Yeah, yeah.
knifing your best friend, shooting your best, these are all, I've had all these dreams before like that and thoughts like this. And it's, what they say is like, they say the sane ones don't know that these are bad thoughts, or the insane
Yeah,
ones.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
The
I was
insane
gonna
ones.
say, man,
Yeah, sorry about
we're all
that.
doomed then.
It's if you really are insane, you're like, oh no, I never get,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. It's not, they're the ones that don't think it's, or that think it's quite fine to be doing all this stuff.
I was gonna say something, but it's gone. I don't
You
know.
forgot it?
Yeah.
Was it about sex with animals? Was it that one?
I was gonna save that till the anything goes bit.
You're like, I had this pet gerbil. But yeah, it's like I said, symptoms are, we can be here all day, every day. And there's some symptoms that you might not have, that you've never felt before. And next week you'll feel a new symptom and be like, what is this? What is this? This can't be anxiety. I've never felt this before. And then it takes you down that
Yeah,
rabbit
yeah.
hole.
It's exactly what Ben said. It's how we react to them.
Mhm.
That's the difference.
And it's hard not to react to them, especially
It is, yeah, yeah.
when you don't know what's going on.
Like
Like
yesterday when I was walking through the town, like I could feel that my vision was a bit off and I was feeling a little bit dizzy. It was probably because I was tense because I was walking down the high street. But I know in my head, like I can either add more thoughts to this, I can add more fear to it, and it's gonna become an issue. Or I can just like, okay, I feel the way that I do right now, and I can make it easier by just carrying on the same fucking pace.
yeah.
Or I can add more fear to it by like picking up the pace, running if
Oh,
I have to.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's gonna make it worse, and I know that now.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference now. Like I've had so much experience of doing that stuff.
Yeah.
I know that if I flick the switch and try to fly or fight or flight, then that's when it becomes worse.
Yeah.
So just
Because you just
don't.
told your brain you're right.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
thought that you just gave me, you're right, I'm out of here, or
Mhm.
I'm turning around, or whatever. And it's always that it just boom, it hits you. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
just like you said with the going into town. Remember when I was driving on Thursday or Friday, and I said,
You hit a stop light.
yeah, I hit that stoplight, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said, man, I was like, this is where, because I
Mhm,
haven't hit that stoplight before. I haven't made it
mhm.
that far. And I was like, as soon as it turned, well, we were talking, and in my head, I was like, don't turn red, don't turn red, don't turn red. And it hit yellow. And as soon as it hit yellow, my
You
heart was
knew,
just like,
like, that's it.
yeah. And I was like, no way, this is long. There's no way I'm going to be able to, you know,
Mhm. Yeah, it's about flicking that switch or not flicking the switch. That's what you did at the stoplight.
oh,
You made
yeah.
a decision. You could have easily let that escalate
Yeah.
and just added fear. Like, what am I gonna do? Like now I'm stuck here. Shit. Pull a U-turn.
And that, you know
You know
what,
what I
to be
mean?
honest with you, that might happen the next time I
Yeah,
go,
yeah, yeah.
where I actually do say I can't handle this or whatever. When I know better, when I know not to
Mhm,
do that.
mhm.
But we're all guilty of
Oh yeah, we've all.
not,
I've
yeah.
done it. I still do it. Like I'm freaking out about this meeting. I'm probably. I'm convinced that it's going to be horrendous.
Are you thinking in your head already like ways to get out of it? Like maybe I'll text him the night before and say like my daughter's
Nah, not really.
ill.
Nah, I'm ready to just try.
I used to do stuff like that
Yeah, I would.
to
All the
where
time.
I get to the point where I'm like, okay, last minute, like what's a good excuse?
But then you'd think in your head, or maybe they're going to figure out that I'm bullshitting and then they're going to judge me. And that's what I used to be like. I'd
Well,
think about
yeah,
it.
and then
It'd have to be a flawless plan if I was
yeah,
going to try and get out of something. There can't be any, like, I can't say I'm going to be somewhere because if they go there and I ain't there, you know what I mean? That's how deep I used to think of stuff like that.
I used to be like that as well, and then I stopped giving it. Then it became more important for me to not do the thing, so I didn't care what others thought. So,
Yeah.
Johnny Q put, sometimes I'll think so much, I even dream about it. For example, if I think my first panic attack for hours, I'll dream about it. Yeah, do you know how some people like will be watching like a scary movie before they go to bed and they can't go to bed?
Hmm.
It's the
Yeah.
same. It's very similar. And I mean, you never remember like, well, you do remember, but you never like ruminate about the good dreams and the good thoughts,
Yeah.
you know?
Do you have anxiety in your dreams?
Oh, all the time. Like I actually had one last night where I was on a plane and I'm like, how the fuck am I here? How am I on this
But
plane? And
did you freak out that you was on
no,
there?
I was kind of like, just like, well, I've had them before where I do, but this time I was like, look at me
That's
go.
really because when I talk about dreams, there's one dream in particular where I think I went to Austria or something on a plane.
Uh-huh.
But then when I woke up, I was so proud of myself.
Yeah.
You know, it
Yeah.
felt so real. And I
Yeah.
was like, I can't believe I've actually
You're like,
done
can
it.
I go back to sleep and do
No, but
this?
then I woke up and I realized that it was a dream, and I was like, damn, man, that felt so good that I'd
Yeah.
managed to do that.
Yeah. See, that's the thing with like the dreams for me is like I've had bad ones where I woke up where it's literally started my day off super bad,
Yeah.
and there's ones like that I wake up super happy and I want to go back to sleep so I can
Yeah.
experience it more. So
Jesus. Experience thoughts about being
cremated
cremated.
when dead. Wow. I've never Shane, that's a deep one because I've never
Yeah.
thought about it. So you literally have thoughts about being burnt and wow. No,
In,
but look, it's not weird. If you were to stop somebody in the street and say, "Hey, I experienced thoughts about being cremated when dead," they'd be like, "What the hell?" Like, okay,
yeah.
that's where it's weird. But everyone has thought
Don't
of
do that.
something. Yeah. Do it and see what happens. See if they'll be like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, me too, Shane."
Ben
But
commented before that he had some mad crazy ass thoughts when he was on the operating table.
so Ben told us like last week, right? That
I
was it
think
last
was it
week?
last week?
Week
Yeah, that
before?
he had to go in for something. I
Yeah.
hope you're feeling better now, Ben. Or not. You're obviously not feeling great, but better than you were. I spoke to you Thursday, maybe, or Friday. You weren't feeling great, but he's going to come on the podcast when he does feel better.
Cool.
Join us for half hour.
Can you guys comment too? How about this? Symptom wise, what is the worst a symptom has done to you? Meaning,
Oh shit, he's awful. To go back to hospital.
oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Get well soon, man. At least you went back. You've gone to the right place instead of just fucking ignoring it and staying at home because you didn't want to panic.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes too.
Yeah. Keep us
Do
posted.
you know how many people that like back in the day when I used to be on the forums and stuff that would have dental problems
Mm-hmm.
and they want to go get them fixed, and they're like, I have like 23 cavities, I need 3 teeth pulled. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, I've known I've had to do this for like 20 years and I haven't. I'm like, damn. Because I get it. Like you don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to go like that. You would
Yeah.
rather go through the pain and all that shit in your mouth than have a panic attack. Like, isn't that
Mm-hmm.
crazy? Like, isn't that weird to think? But
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
that's an answer to your question a minute ago. What's the worst a symptom has done to you?
Yeah. For me, I'm gonna be honest with you. The worst a panic attack or a symptom has ever made me or has whatever done to me is I've maybe had to go to the restroom really quick
Mm-hmm.
and be there for a little bit. Uh maybe felt like I was going to throw up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think once I did throw up, but I really had to force it because I was just like felt nauseous. But I was at home and I was like, maybe if I do this, I'll feel better and it'll get rid of the panic attack. So I kind of it didn't make me throw up. I forced myself
Yeah,
to.
yeah. I'm trying to think now. What's the worst? Like,
And
obviously, nothing.
I've like gasped for air, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
me gasping for air because I wasn't hyperventilating, but I was like thinking, I
Yeah.
can't breathe. So yeah, Ava, that's you about the dentist. What I was talking about. It's very, 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 very common for people like us to postpone dental
Mm-hmm.
appointments, health appointments, doctor appointments, surgeries, all that stuff because we're, let alone work, school, you know, functions, all these other things that we make excuses not to go to.
Mm.
And I was like that like a couple years ago. My tooth was really bad and I'm like, "Oh, if I just put a little bit of whiskey, swish it, the alcohol, it, numbs it, and I can put
Mm.
this numbing cream on it and I just won't eat on this side." I'm like, and at the point I was like, I got to go get this because what made me do that was I searched it up, number 1. I
Mm-hmm.
kept googling shit and then it told me if you don't take care of your teeth, it can go up to your head and cause what was it? If you don't your teeth problem can mess with your brain and cause you like to die. And
Brilliant.
that right there was like,
Evening. Bit
gotta
late.
go, gotta go. There's
Good
dad.
evening. He's an hour late. You
He
just
was
reminded me of a time I had really bad toothache. Like it was a long time ago, man. But we have this stuff over here, or we used to, called Bonjela. I don't know if
mhm.
you get that over there.
I
It's
think
like
ours is Oragel. It's over here.
it's mostly, or it used to be used on little ones when they were teething. Like you'd rub it on the gums and it'd sort of numb the area. I got
Yeah.
through a whole tube of it one night, and I'd used that much that my gums were blistered, and then I got an infection because of the fucking bunch. So I had to go to the dentist. I couldn't get out of it, man.
And he was like, why did you do this? Why it says
My
only put on
the
2
pea
times.
size. It
Yeah.
said a pea-sized
You're like,
amount. Yeah.
yeah, gotta love that. Gotta love that stuff.
Oh dear.
So you were thinking that when they were injecting you.
Yeah.
And that's
It's
that's
those
another.
obtrusive thoughts, man. How many I get obtrusive thoughts about when am I saying that right? Obtrusive. Yeah, yeah. When I go and eat dinner at a restaurant or something, I always think I'm being fucking spiked, man. I've got this stupid thing about it.
See,
Like I will question it.
I've never had that before.
But why
Yeah,
would they? Why would they?
I've never had that before. I know people that, that do, but I've never. Yeah, that's it, Johnny Q. Like if you have cavities and bacteria, if you don't take care of it, it can go in your bloodstream and into your brain. Yeah, that's what I saw. That's what I read. And I was like, hi, can I make an appointment, please? And I didn't go to bed or
Fuck
anything. I
it.
was
I've got
super,
cavities.
super nervous. And I was popped like 3 pills before I left, 1 pill on the way there, still nervous. And then finally I'm just like sitting back there, their hands are in your mouth, and you're like, well, if I have a panic attack, it is what it is, right? You just gotta just deal with it.
Yeah.
The best, let me say real quick, guys, the best thing that's ever helped me with symptoms or anxiety itself, anxiety symptoms, panic itself, panic symptoms is I got mad.
Mhm.
I got mad and I said, like, F this, like, just do it. Just do it already. Do what if you're gonna kill me, kill me. If you're gonna poison me, poison me. If you're gonna, make me faint, make me faint. If you're gonna make me throw up, make me Like I literally did it, but I meant it because I was just so
Mhm.
fed up and nothing happened and that shit went away. But I mean, I was like super, super pissed because I'm
I
like,
think that's kind of where I got to, at the
yeah,
point where I was just sick and tired of feeling the way that I did. It was just like, fuck it. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna, like, whatever. Just whatever.
yeah. But I mean, you really have to for it to work, and even then it might not work to your liking, but you really have to be pissed and fed up to the point where like I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like you're not doing this anymore. Like, you know, hi Anish.
Anish in the
Now,
house.
Sam said it stopped him from doing group.
Her.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I couldn't see from the picture. Stopped her from doing group
He
therapy.
assumed. He assumed gender.
Well, only I saw Mario and Luigi in the picture. I think that's what it is, right? Super Mario and Luigi.
Mhm.
You know what? The weird thing is, Sam, is that I've done group therapies like
I think we talked about this, didn't we?
yeah,
Yeah.
in person and I've done it online as well. And I've done like programs with groups and stuff. And I just I don't know. I think I have a better I'm better with one-on-one. That's just me.
Mm.
Because like I might talk a lot on this podcast. I might be the talker on here and maybe Billy doesn't get to say what he wants to say or whatever, right? And that's on sometimes how like groups are for me, how somebody will
Yeah.
start talking and it's like they'll take up that whole time. It's not their fault either. They'll take up that whole time and it's like the person's like, well, any last we got 10 minutes left. Any
Yeah.
last like I can't
Well, I
really
was
tell
gonna.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We'll do
but
it
that
next.
Sam, you still went to the carnival with your grandkids. You know, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Like always remember this, like you trying and you doing something is better than so like my is better than nothing. Like one of my therapists, like a really good therapist that actually knew what they were talking about. They said you can have a panic. Well, this was back in the day when I was still able to leave my house. He said you can have a panic attack at the mall because this is where I was having them at the
Mhm.
mall, driving at your girlfriend's house, at work. But what happens when you start getting them at home, watching TV on the couch, whatever? So you're not going to leave then? He's like, so he said, wouldn't you rather live your life and have a panic attack wherever you are at that time than not live your life and have a panic attack at your house?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know, like what what's the point of not leaving your house? You might as well get out and have live your life while you still have panic attacks too. You get what I'm
Most
saying?
most of my panic attacks that I've ever had have been at home.
Same,
Yeah, yeah.
same. Most of them have been at home and like I've had strong ones home and away, but
Mm.
yeah,
I can only ever remember one real bad one away. It was on holiday. We were staying in a caravan, and it was rough, man. I remember, but I know it was rough because I can still remember it, like
yeah.
picture it.
Just
Is
like
that I
yesterday,
think, yeah, the worst ones always stick with you, don't they?
don't they?
There's a few, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
like
I
the
can you know
numbness
how it's
in my
weird how you can
hand.
like smell, you can sometimes like put yourself in that smell. The
Mhm,
smells will
mhm.
bring you back into
Yeah, let's get onto this.
yeah.
Your
Questions, questions,
questions.
questions. That's my favorite part actually.
We've only got a couple.
It's
We've
all
got
right.
3. This one. Hey guys, I'm struggling with identifying if my physical symptoms are from anxiety or something else. How do you differentiate? I think this is simple advice. If it's bothering you that much, then you should see a doctor. See a GP and just let them check you over. And once they tell you that it's like there's no underlying health condition or whatever, it's literally anxiety, then that's when you move to acceptance.
And
Deal with it.
if you want, if that doesn't help, go make a cardiologist appointment, go make a
Yeah.
dermatologist appointment, go make all the appointments you want. And when they tell you absolutely everything's okay, right? You have to just be like, that's where it is. Like, okay, let's go. Let's kick this ass.
I think you've talked about before, like over in America, you have like an annual health check thing.
Once
Yeah,
a year.
they don't do that over here.
And it's like I believe it's free, or like depending upon your health or your
Yeah.
whatchamacallit, your insurance. So like my insurance, like I get one free every year.
Mm-hmm.
And they do like a full checkup and full blood work.
Yeah.
So they do all that stuff. Now the
I mean,
checkups aren't really
well,
anything though. They just
yeah.
put a stethoscope to your heart, listen to your breathing, look in your mouth and your ears. You pee in a cup. They like, all right, let's see what the pee is all about. All right, let's do the blood, breathe, blah, blah. You know, it's not like they don't get super in depth. Like if you were to put stuff do EKGs and stuff, like they don't do that.
Yeah.
Even though
I
I've
mean,
had it.
you probably could arrange to
Yeah,
do that
yeah,
over
yeah,
here, but
yeah.
they don't like. There's no routine thing. I think it'd be a good idea if they did that, invited people in to do that every 12 months.
Yeah, I think everywhere should have that. You should be like, just like with a dentist or whatever, you should always get checked once a year for, make sure everything's okay.
Next question. Can you share some of the less common anxiety symptoms? We've already talked about that, so sorry. Watch the first bit.
What was it? What can you
Yeah.
share some of the less common anxiety symptoms? I feel like I have some weird ones. Just real quick before we go to the next one. There's going to be ones that you think are weird, like new ones that pop up, and you're like,
it doesn't mean you're weird.
Or you'll be like, this isn't anxiety. This is new, right? It's anxiety. And if you don't think it is, again, go check it up and with a doctor.
Next. Can anxiety cause memory problems? That was in the list, I'm pretty sure. Memory problems. I noticed that, man. My short-term memory is horrendous lately. It's real bad.
I'm really good with memory, which is weird because the medicine that I take, that I've been taking for years now, it says like memory loss, and it could cause like early dementia and shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm always afraid, but I'm like really good with memory. So I don't know if it's just genetics or, well, actually my parents and my sister aren't, so it's not genetics.
I think the thing I'm talking about though is like when you walk into the kitchen and completely forgot why you got there. But I think everybody does that.
I think that happens with everyone though, right?
Yeah, it does. It's common, surely.
Yeah, every now and again, I think that happens with everyone.
Or I'll be sitting there and I'll look at my phone and then I'll look away, like at the TV for a minute, and then I'll think, oh, I need to do that on my phone, and then I'll look back at my phone and I'll be like, what was I just about to do? Like literally 2 seconds ago, gone.
I'm so OCD that I actually, if I come up with a thought or something, I have a notepad on our phone, and I'll type it.
Oh dear.
And screenshot it or something so I don't forget it. Yeah.
Josh said, I always forget to call him back. Yeah, I do. I'm bad for that.
I think your dad forgets a lot about you, Josh.
Well, I think we've answered the questions. We've done the thingy. Shall we?
Well, we got one more. Hold on. Let's Shane put, do you overthink what people say to you if they say something sarcastic? That's normal. 100%. Like, you mean you're like thinking, did they say that in a mean way? Did they? Yeah,
that's normal. Yeah.
People without anxiety and stuff think that too. You know how many girls I've talked to that's like, this guy texts me this. What does this mean? Does it mean, or a guy says it too. She didn't text me back. Does that mean she doesn't like me? Or she said this in this text. Does it mean I'm just a friend now? Or it's all normal. So how we think.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Right. So I ain't got my on yet because obviously anyone who was here last week knows I went camping.
Yes.
It was quite sunny.
How bad are you, man?
It's bad.
Do you look like the lobster from
It's bad.
SpongeBob? No, you're not bad at all, bro.
Ooh,
Okay, right there.
It's
right.
bad.
Okay.
It's so
where the
bad.
hell
It
did you
hurts.
go? Because it weren't sunny here.
Oh, it was so sunny. Honestly, it's so bad.
So if I
Mine
was
was
to
like
smack
that.
you, if I smack you on
Look,
there,
you can
what?
see where I was wearing my watch.
Your
So
other
bad.
arm looks worse. Your
Oh yeah, right there.
right
Yeah,
arm.
you put it like yeah.
It hurts so bad.
Do you have any aloe vera gel?
Yeah, it hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So if anybody hasn't watched this before, this is the Anything Goes segment where we're
We
cool now.
decompress. Yeah, we
Yeah.
decompress and talk
Right.
about whatever.
If
So
you're
how did your
only here
camp-
for anxiety, then you can. If you want to click off, you're more
Yeah.
than welcome.
If you do have any questions or anything like that, please still
Yeah,
put
yeah.
it in the comments. How did the camping go? Did you meet any strangers that stranger danger?
Yeah, there was a couple. It was quite
See?
funny. So, not in that sense. Just so it's this island, which it really isn't an island. It's basically where there's like an oxbow lake formed. So yeah, there's water around this bit of land. So I guess it is an island, but you have to get over there by dinghy or over the river. Which me and my mate went from this pub, which has got to be maybe a couple of miles away. And that's why I'm so red, because I was just in the sun for probably about an hour.
In a dinghy
Yeah,
for a couple of miles.
yeah, rowing.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
arms are killing, not just the sun.
Damn.
But as we were getting close to the place, this bloke and his family were on like paddle boards. Is that what they're called? Where they stand on it and they've got the
Yeah.
oars. Yeah.
I think so.
And he goes to us, oh, I'm just checking out, like he's chatting to us. He's like, oh, I'm just checking out this campsite up here. I'm like, oh, no way, we're staying there. And he goes, oh, nice, you're with a bunch of people. And I was a bit wary, like there is a few of us there, but I ain't going to tell you that it's just me and my mate going, so you can come and rob us later.
Yeah.
Didn't see Sasquatch, no. Damn. He's America, isn't it?
He's everywhere.
Is there an English one?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But he was like, is there a few? Yeah. I was like, yeah, there's like 5 or 6 of us. I put an extra couple on there just to make the group seem bigger.
To make sure you got numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a gang of us.
Oh, you got yourself some drinks and that. Some you brought any mushrooms? And I was like, no. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got there, and before we even got in the water, so we blew up our dinghies. My mate lost his phone. Could have been in the water. I don't think it was because we didn't hear it splash, but he lost his phone, which I mean, it's quite funny. But we make it there and everything. We set up, and then I mean, just the sunburn. We were sat in the dinghies after we'd set up and everything, just sitting in the dinghies in the water, just burning.
You didn't put anything on, like sunscreen.
Didn't take any.
Jeez.
When did you go? Yesterday?
Yeah.
It weren't even that freaking hot here.
Oh,
It doesn't matter. Like when you're in that sun, like they even say.
I'm sure it was cloudy here most of the day.
Nah,
I've heard somewhere too. Like even when it's cloudy, it's even like
yeah.
I get it.
My dad said that the other week, and I said it's nah.
Well,
now you have
I
proof.
can tell you it is.
Yeah, that's it then. Yeah, that looks sore. That
it is.
Other than all that stuff, how was it? Would you go again?
Yeah. I love camping. I used the tent that you bought me for Christmas.
okay?
Again, and it's tiny. It's a one-man tent.
Right.
It is so small, but it's a one-man tent. You can't expect anything massive from it.
He got it used and on sale for you, okay?
Yeah.
Probably. But I had to store my backpack and everything in one of my mates' tents because there isn't room. I'd have been fine if there wasn't a thunderstorm today.
Yeah.
My bed ain't that comfortable. I'm slightly too tall for the one-man tent. My arms were killing me from rowing
for 2 miles.
It hurts so bad. And then it just started raining. Woke up at 3:30 and it was just torrential rain. I barely slept. About 3 hours. Got up It's still
sounds
raining.
like a blast, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
It all
sounds
sounds like a
fun.
blast.
Yeah.
We had a massive fire at night though. It was good.
So what is the good? What are the good things that happen? Because this all sounds horrible.
He says,
Just being
I want to do it
outside.
again. Love camping.
Just being outside, isn't it?
Yeah. So you had a guy tell you, ask basically to check on your mushrooms, and if you hadn't, yeah.
Come and rob us if there was less than
27 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like 20 of us over here. A couple
Nah,
of us
we're
are
good.
MMA fighters and
Mm.
trainers.
The Sasquatch is here with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a couple
know.
Rottweilers with us and pit
Yeah.
bulls. Got a pet alligator.
But this morning was just awful. Waking up and getting out and packing. We
Yeah.
managed to get everything packed and across the river just before it started raining again, which was quite lucky.
Have you showered yet?
Yeah. And
Okay.
it hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt.
It's always worse after the shower. Yeah.
Yeah, I needed it though. It was bad.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it's just, yeah. Just unfortunately, the next 48 hours, 72 hours are going to be kind of uncomfortable.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
Then you're going to start peeling like a reptile.
When it gets itchy is the worst.
Yeah, it already is.
Oh, is it? Yeah. It's not nice, man.
It's so bad.
It look good when it goes brown, though, mate.
It doesn't. It goes from this back to this.
Mm.
So he's like feta cheese white and pink
Tomato puree, pink salmon.
It's like those squashes in it.
Yeah, the refresher things.
No, the drumstick
yeah.
ones.
I know what you're on about.
Hey, show that again. Put it up to the camera and touch it with your finger and let go. Look at that. Wow.
It's so bad. It just hurts. Constant pain.
Did you watch the F1 today?
I did, yeah.
What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's Monaco. What can you expect?
Yeah, it's a
Whoever
procession.
qualifies first basically wins.
I think they said the last 6 years, was it? The first so many cars were finished in the same order.
It's boring.
It was pants.
Apart from the crash.
Yeah, that was good. I didn't even know it had happened. Well, nobody did until they went back.
Do you guys look forward to crashes during races?
All I look forward to is Max Verstappen not winning.
So you enjoyed Monaco?
I'm not into F1. I don't know any of that stuff. But yeah, over here with like NASCAR, people look forward to the crashes. As long as no one's hurt, they look forward to the crashes. Mm-hmm. What's the score over there? The hockey score?
The hockey score is 0-0 in the third period.
Who is it?
It's the world final, Czech versus Switzerland.
Oh yeah.
So like the winner
Czech
of this,
Republic have had so many power plays, man, and just not taken advantage of it.
So the winner of this plays somebody.
Oh, it was the other way around. My bad. Switzerland had the power plays.
So the winner of this goes to the championship or something, or is this the championship?
This is the gold medal match.
Oh, what did UK get? Did they place?
A wooden spoon.
What the hell is that?
It means they're shit, basically, and they didn't get anything.
What did the US get?
The US got knocked out by the Czech Republic in the quarters.
See, I mean,
we looked at the world rankings earlier. Canada was top, I believe.
Of course.
I think Finland was second. I can't remember the others. I think USA were fourth.
How?
Russia were third.
How is USA fourth in ice hockey?
Because it's a sport.
That's what it is, man.
Look,
and
I told your
Switzerland.
Go ahead.
Switzerland are 7 and Czech Republic are 8.
I told your dad the other day, like I'm a big Miami Florida Hurricane, right? They're a college football team, and their hockey team are national championships. Think about that. Miami, Florida hockey team.
Yeah.
National.
Yeah.
It's silly, isn't it?
Where do they get the ice?
When do they get what?
Where do they get the ice?
Indoor facilities. They just.
Yeah. Well, we've got an indoor ski slope here in town.
A slope?
Mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
indoors,
crazy.
And it's real snow.
Snow dome.
See, slope is crazy.
Yeah, skiing slope. We got an ice rink there. They can do tobogganing.
So real quick, I watched 2 movies over the weekend.
I haven't watched any, but go on.
One, everyone was talking about how effed up this movie is, how crazy this movie is. I mean, one of the worst or one of the craziest movies ever. And it's called The Coffee Table.
Okay.
It's a foreign movie. It's about a couple, newlywed, or a couple that has a newborn baby, and they go and buy a coffee table, and it changes their lives forever. And there's like, it was so overhyped to be like this crazy thing, and I couldn't stand the act. Like, it was just bad. I mean, it was just bad. I don't want to spoil it, but I mean, there's one crazy part. Like the director, whoever came up with this thing, is just weird. So
wait, it was foreign. Was it dubbed? Was it?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, I think it was Mexican or.
Yeah, I think it probably is.
And
I can't watch films like that. It drives me insane.
Like, the weird thing is, the wife in the movie had the worst smokers talk. Like, and I'm like, out of all the women that you could pick to be this dude's wife, like, she was like 20 years older than him, just had a kid. I'm like,
Aunt Selma out of The Simpsons, isn't it?
Oh, it was exactly like that. So that was very disappointing. And then I watched Civil War last night.
I've heard about that. Yeah,
the American one, and it was very disappointing as well. I thought it was going to be something like crazy,
next level. Yeah,
in action, there was some action and stuff, but it's basically a journalistic point of view. Weird. It's just weird how they put certain states as like going against each other. So basically, there's a president played by, who's the guy, Ron Swanson or something like that. His name is.
I know who you're on about.
He was only for like 5 minutes. He's the president. He's a really good guy too, like a good actor or whatever. And he's in there for 5 minutes.
Nick Offerman.
Yeah, Nick Offerman. 5 minutes. He's he's in the movie, maybe total. He's the president, and he's serving 3 terms, and that's like unheard of over here. Like 2 terms is the most you can serve.
Yeah.
And he's like, I guess he was dropping bombs and stuff on Americans' soil. They never tell you why, right? And they take Texas and California and make that basically a country. Texas and California. And then there's like other states that are like cool with that, but cool with the other part too. Anyways, what's her name? Kirsten Dunst. She plays the main journalist. She's seen it all, been everywhere, like #1 journalist. Took all the pictures, and this girl's kind of wants to be like her, this younger girl, and she like follows her. So it's a journalistic point of view. The guy from that's her husband in real life that was in oh god, what movie? Or he was in Breaking Bad as El Camino. I forget what the
Gus.
No, the kid. Remember, like the kid that locked up Jesse? That locked him up in the Jesse in that pit.
I'm not sure.
He was in other movies too, man. I just can't think of it. He was in this movie because I think he's married to Kirsten Dunst, and his part was like cool, but he was only in it for like 5 minutes.
Jesse Plemons, is that?
Yeah. And the ending was horrible. It's basically like the movie was basically like at the very end, they told the director, look, we only got this much film left. You got to cut it. You got to end this. You got to end it. And he ended it.
I've been watching Clarkson's Farm today.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, because I ain't started it on the new season.
Is that what you watched? Season 3, yeah?
Yeah. You finished it?
No, I'm halfway through the last episode.
I'm halfway through the series.
I want to go there, man. I really
we will.
But I see on TikTok, I keep seeing posts, and the queues there are
massive. Yeah,
ridiculous.
I've got a mate who
Hours.
lives in Chipping Norton.
Yeah.
And he hates them.
Oh, really?
Because of the traffic and everything that's caused.
Yeah, right. I bet the traffic's bad. Yeah, I'd like
anything
to
else, guys? Do we have anything else to say in the anything goes?
I'm trying to watch the hockey here out of one eye.
That's why I think this will be a short one.
Yeah, I don't really have anything.
Mine was just the camping this week.
Yeah, Josh been camping.
I watched a couple movies, and you're watching hockey.
Well, I've been watching MasterChef. That's my weekly.
Do you learn cooking stuff from that?
Not particularly. I learn the names of food.
Do you ever notice, like in every food thing, that they always do a reduction?
Yeah.
You notice that?
Or a puree.
Yeah.
Reductions, purees.
Yeah. I've watching cooking show. I always notice, like, I made a puree reduction. Or I made a balsamic, or whatever reduction. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck is that?
Vegetables I've never heard of.
Yeah. Couscous. This is on top of couscous.
Yeah. They do the invention test where there's like shit tons of food in a pantry thing. They're allowed to go and pick what they want.
See, they have a thing over here. Oh God. Of course, I forgot what it's called. But you get a basket. You don't pick what you want, and inside the basket is like.
I think I've seen that.
I forget what. Like, there's like 4 ingredients, and oh man, what's it called?
They used to do that on Ready Steady Cook.
Yeah, I think
it's probably the same thing, but like the American version of it.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you'd be any good on it? Make a spag bol.
If I can get through with beans on toast every, you know what I mean?
Even for dessert?
Cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a well-known dessert, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what you guys eat? Bean ice cream?
Your main meal.
Beans on toast.
Apple it's like Ben and Jerry's, you got your cookie dough bits in it.
So just beans instead. Beans in it. What kind of beans, when you guys do beans and toast, like what kind of beans is it?
It's baked beans. They're like beans in tomato sauce.
Yeah. Gotcha.
You can get them in America. You can get like the proper Heinz ones.
Oh, we got a lot of baked beans. A lot. It's like a barbecue staple.
Okay, yeah.
They add it to a lot of, like, it goes good with like the meats that they, like if you think about it, like a sausage, if you cut sausage into pieces and put it inside the beans, a lot of people eat it like that.
Sausage and bean melt from Greg.
Yeah.
So they'll cut it in like slices and they'll put the sausage or the kielbasa.
Are we all just really hungry? Is that?
I am quite peckish.
Listen to you, peckish.
I am after yesterday.
Is that the most English thing I've ever said? Quite.
What's a good cooling food for a sunburn? Ice cream.
Got to be lettuce in it, something like that. Nice cold lettuce.
So you're just gonna go eat some cold lettuce?
I think eating it's not gonna help on the burns. It looks worse on camera, I think.
There's what's happening.
This one doesn't.
Has it been yet? Has someone been like, "Hey, Josh," and like,
yeah. Abby keeps accidentally grabbing my arms.
I love it. I
don't
accidentally.
Yeah, accidentally. After we've had a disagreement.
I love it.
Yeah, also my legs as well.
Tomorrow is our Memorial Day, so everyone's off. I remember.
What's that all about?
Memorial Days, you remember the fallen soldiers and stuff like that. That
from what?
From the military.
Oh, from
just
all
in general.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, some people also use it like remember your own as well, like that have passed away. Some people go to the cemeteries and stuff and put flowers and clean it off and stuff like that. But
is it like a national holiday then?
Yeah. No.
Well, we've got a bank holiday as well.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's half term, isn't it?
When you guys say bank holiday, like, what does that mean?
A day off.
Good question.
Because I always hear it.
Holiday for it.
And does that mean like none of your banks are open? So that means that nothing's open. Like,
I assume the banks probably aren't open, but the shops are, and that it's just a bank holiday. Kids aren't at school. Most offices are closed.
Spring bank holiday. Yeah, my office is closed.
Oh, is it? You got a day off?
Yeah.
Good, no sunburn.
I know, yeah. Couldn't imagine riding my bike jacket on with these.
Oh,
just ride with your shirt off, let the wind.
Yeah.
Then you get some windburn. Then you get some windburn on top of that.
If I come off, then I
and the flies.
Then you don't have to worry about a sunburn.
True.
Ukulele said he's doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Staying in a B&B on his own, 200 miles from home. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. But the question is, why? What are you doing, man? Is it just you just woke up this morning and decided to? Yeah. Tell us why, Dan. Why are you doing it? And where are you?
With his family.
Come to see family. Whereabouts, Dan? Where have you travelled to? And where? I can't remember where he's from. Leeds. He's a bus driver.
Isn't that where Ali G's from?
Ali G? No. Manchester.
You don't remember Ali G? No.
He's from Staines, isn't he?
Staines.
Staines, massive. My bad. It's not Manchester.
What was his rival place? Wasn't it Leeds?
Nah.
Sorry about that. It came up in my head.
I can't remember.
Yeah, Staines, and I forget that he had like a rival.
Yeah. West Side is the best.
Josh's girlfriend. Please.
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing.
No. Please give him a pat on the back for me when we get
Don't give me a pat on the back.
That would be fantastic.
It's my neck. It's not my back. It's just my neck.
A couple scratches on the arm would be good.
Yeah.
She actually might.
Well, we've been getting a lot of mosquitoes in the house.
Really?
Over the last few days.
Really?
Yeah.
How are they getting in the house? Are you leaving the door open?
Yes.
Why are you leaving the door open?
You got a fly net?
To let the mosquitoes in.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, yeah. So what they do is they hang on the net thing, and then when Soph opens it to go out into the garden, they all just go, everybody in.
Do you guys have like screen doors and shit?
No.
Not in the sense that you like the ones in America.
Oh.
What's y'all favorite outdoor activity?
Well, of course, Josh's is camping and burning.
Mine's burning.
Yeah. Sunburning. I don't really know.
I used to love actually sitting out like by a pool and getting sun. I used to love that. But outdoor activity, man, it's kind of tough when you're agoraphobic at the time.
Surviving.
What about indoor?
Outdoor activity. I used to love to, like, I don't know if this is outdoor activity, but like just driving, cruising during like really nice when it's sunny out.
I really like going to new places, like new little towns or something.
You like looking at old buildings.
Fishing or hitting your son in the head with a fish.
I'm not a fan of fishing anymore.
He's done.
But Dante, first night, was worried about his heart. Still there, ready for his second driving back tomorrow. There you go, man. You got this.
Yeah, ukulele. No matter how, whatever you feel like, you're okay.
Yeah.
No matter how bad it gets, you're okay. I promise you. Enjoy yourself, and say F you. Just continue living your life.
A massive accomplishment.
Yeah. I would love to see you guys go fishing again, to see your dad hit you again or something.
I've bought a crash helmet.
Is that what you're gonna wear? You're gonna wear a helmet next time?
I have to. Yeah.
Just be a bit further away.
Yeah. Again, I would like to see the footage to see if you walked into your dad's territory.
Nah.
It's not. There's no getting away from it.
No. You're just in the perfect position.
Yeah.
Billy, are you well, I already know kind of Josh's answer to this one, but do you guys do like amusement park rides, and do you guys do stuff like that? Because over here we have like one of the most popular one in the world, like that's an hour away. It's called Cedar Point.
Yeah, you've got what is it? something drag race
Truck,
or something.
Top Thrill Dragster.
Top Thrill Dragster, that's the one. Yeah,
And
it's just been
they made it
moving.
even big. They made it even bigger this year.
Yeah. You can't tell me anything about theme parks. I know it all.
You can't.
No,
They've just put a 400-foot spike on the other end of it, haven't they?
I can't do that.
It used to just have a single boost, but now it's got a.
When we going on it?
We're not.
That's good exposure therapy, isn't it?
I honestly, this is before anxiety and shit. Like, no, fuck that shit.
No chance.
And people that bungee jump and skydive and stuff.
Skydive, I feel like I'd be up for it just because.
In the hope that the parachute doesn't open.
Not really, no. Do you want to actually know why I want to skydive? Because I was scrolling on Instagram one day, and Will Smith posted a video talking about why you should skydive, and it probably I've still never done it, so it couldn't have inspired me that much, but I'd be up for it.
No, not me, man. Like, I would really have to be like super exposure therapy man and be like, you know what, I'm doing all this stuff. I'm skydiving, I'm bungee jumping, I'm riding every single roller coaster in the world. She's pissed.
No, she's happy.
Oh, they scored?
They scored.
There you go.
There's 10 minutes, like 10 or 11 minutes to go.
But yeah, there's no way I would do that shit, man.
Pasternak. David Pasternak.
I actually am envious of people that when I watch like videos of people doing it. Like I watched a video of some Twitch streamer that's like very young, like 19, 20, that's a multi-millionaire already.
Yeah.
Went to Dubai and did the skydiving and stuff like that. I'm just sitting here like, man, I'm 42 years old and I can't, like, it's hard for me to go like 3 streets down.
Yeah.
This person traveled to Dubai and is skydiving and shit. Like, I'm just like, come on, B. Like, you need to like, because that's like, to me, that's like living life. You can do all that stuff and been like, okay, I can die now because I've done all this stuff.
But then are you just doing stuff for the sake of it?
Well,
I mean, do you really need to jump out of a plane?
Well, think about this. Is what I'm saying though is, would you rather like? Well, this, I mean, it to each their own. I'm just saying, like, living life to me, like really living life is traveling to different countries.
Yeah.
Trying new things, facing your fears, doing stuff you're afraid of. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, like you can literally say, I've done all this stuff. Lake Tahoe, yeah, I've heard it's beautiful there. Beautiful. See, I'm in Ohio. We don't really have a lot of beautiful places here. It's all like flatlands and dairy lands and stuff like that, though. Not much.
My dream place is Banff in Canada.
Never
it's
heard of
gorgeous there, man. Blue ass water. Oh.
So is it cold?
I don't think so. It's like probably honeymoon destination type thing.
I've never heard of someone like going to Canada for their honeymoon. Like, I know it's.
Let me get a picture of it up on my phone.
I mean, there was a couple places I would love to go. Like if you like, you know, those little huts that you can stay on the oceans and stuff.
Yeah,
I would love to do something like that. Sam said she's been there, or yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, amazing. Let me get a better picture.
What about like
Westwood Ho?
Of course, here we go. Westward Ho. Tally Ho. Westward Ho.
My go-to.
Like,
oh, okay. Yeah.
Look at that.
That looks beautiful.
Amazing. I've got a mate who's in BC. Can't remember exactly where, but I'd probably visit him as well.
Yeah, there's like a, if I was like a millionaire and didn't have any of this stuff, like doing those ice bars, like, you know, where you go and stuff like that.
Yeah. They've got them in Switzerland, I think. And
then going, where are those places that have the healing
Iceland, like these, the hot springs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Iceland.
It is, yeah.
Greenland.
And then, of
Iceland.
course, like the
Is it,
white
yeah?
sand and bright blue beaches and
Mm.
Dubai's and Bali's and all those other places. But right now,
Skegness.
I'm just trying to get to
Skeggy.
the gas station.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get there eventually.
Destin, Skegness, Tally-Ho, Westworth,
Yarmouth.
Tamworth tanning.
Yeah.
Go get me a loaded potato from the Spud Man.
Spud Man.
Yeah.
Living.
Go hang out with Billy and Josh and get a potato. Eat a potato with them.
And fishing. So we'll
Yeah.
go fishing. You can.
We'll go fishing. We'll go hit up a TK Maxx.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. On that note, I think we're good for this
Yeah, I'm
week.
gonna go and watch the last 9 minutes of the hockey.
Okay.
Sound.
Don't feel like I'm bringing much to the table here.
You're very distracted.
Again, if you guys have like any more symptoms of if you're like watching this or if you've already, afterwards, please like list your symptoms and we can talk about it next week as well.
Yeah, man.
Because we want to know like what are your major symptoms, and again, what is the worst thing a symptom has ever made you do, like, or come to fruition, like your worst symptom, that fear that you thought it was going to do. Well, what is it? What has it actually done? Because I'm curious to what people are going to say on that.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, I'm good.
Back next Sunday.
Yeah, next Sunday, same bat time, same bat channel. Is that how they used to say it for Batman? Okay.
No idea. Same place, same time, same place. We'll be there.
Yeah.
I
Sounds
hope
good.
everybody has a good week. I'm gonna try. Oh, I've got that meeting, so at least I'll.
Yeah, let us know how that goes next week too.
And we're doing some, aren't we?
Oh yeah, we're going suit shopping.
Suit shopping, yeah.
Yeah, suits for the wedding.
Yeah.
My dad said he wants to wear a hat to the wedding.
Backwards.
Hopefully.
He was saying do-rag, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Right.
Peace out.
Later,
Thanks
guys.
for watching.
Later, everyone. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next week.
See ya.
See you later.